So I am making a video about the bad planet in Tom's chart, Saturn. So Tom has his Saturn in Libra, and then I'm also going to go, so I'm going to explain what that means, and then also I'm going to go into some bad aspects about Saturn. So Saturn in Libra is a good sign. It means that Tom is very smart, and he also is really good in a conversation. He likes to, use nice words and everything and be, soft spoken. He would rather get along with other people than try to be the boss all the time, and that's good because it makes Tom an easy person to work with. With Saturn in Libra, Tom does not get into relationships too easily. Marriage will take a lot of work if he wants it to be successful. I think that Tom has a little bit of a sort of weak complex when it comes to relationships. Sometimes he will run off those who are interested in getting to know him because he feels like he's not really that good. Tom is very afraid of rejection. Sometimes he wants to put himself away from women. On the other hand, Saturn is really good in Libra, and it makes him good as far as a career, and he knows which choices to make. Saturn in Libra wants him to have a solid marriage, but he may break the rules, and this will cause problems in relationships. He will limit himself in fear because he doesn't want to lose a woman. On the other hand, he doesn't have a problem using a woman simply to make himself look good. As far as his career, he must know how to relate to other people on a social level. He needs to take more responsibility for the actions and the way that he treats women. It's simply all in up to Tom whether a relationship will be a good thing or whether it will be a bad thing. If he's romantic, if he's organized, if he treats her with respect, and if he, is nice, then that's a good thing and they could get married. As far as his physical body, with Saturn in Libra, he can have issues with the kidneys, intestine, and lower back. He's more mental, and he's not somebody that's like over the top with the emotions. When he does need to make a choice, he weighs the pros and cons carefully. He needs to find the balance between love and discipline, and I think that he needs to be more open. He needs to be more open to what other people want, be patient, and then he wants to get through things. If it's in a good placement, Saturn in Libra is good, and he's a very caring person, and he, kind of views himself as somebody that needs to serve other people. He likes arts, and he can help other people, and he can actually be a friend where somebody seeks security, and when somebody is friends with Tom, they can actually feel very comfortable. Saturn is actually said to be in the best place when it's placed in the sign of Libra. This is patience, endurance, and also it means that Tom might have an interest in the arts because he likes to take the middle ground when it comes to making his decisions. So with Saturn and Libra, it's good for your career, but it might not very, very good, when it comes to, making a relationship work. So, you're already seeing, before I even go into the different conjunctions, you're already seeing problems where Tom might have an issue, getting married. with his Saturn in Libra, he might kind of have issues wondering what is right and what is wrong. He needs to make more rules and do what is right. Sometimes they put what they need ahead of other people. I think that sometimes Tom tries to be perfect and, he just wants everything to go really well. So I think sometimes he worries too much about just making, one little mistake. And then again, there's a kind of a fear of getting married and completely putting himself and a woman in 100% into our relationship. But yeah, overall, Saturn is in a good placement when it is in Libra, so that's the best place that you can have it. So for the second part of this video, I'm going to kind of explain what I touched on in the video about him and the planet of Venus. So, in Tom's birth chart, Tom has a really good placement with Saturn as far as a zodiac sign because it's in Libra, but he has a really bad placement when it comes to Venus because Venus is the planet of love and Saturn is the bad planet. Saturn is all about lessons and problems and worries and being afraid and things that we have to learn. When I looked at Tom's birth chart, I saw that his Venus is in a good place and everything, and so is Saturn, but unfortunately, the two of them are conjuncted, and that's not good because I think that he really has a problem committing to a partner. I just don't think that he feels very attractive, and I think that he's really sad and alone a lot of the time. I think that he just completely, throws himself into his career. And so that would explain a lot, that the bad planet is right on his romantic situations. So either he doesn't want to get married, or maybe he had like a bad placement. Maybe when he was about my age, he had, bad, relationships with women. And like I said, Tom has never been married or had any kids. So like I said, this is a video that I am making about a client of mine. And in this video, I go deeper into where the Saturn is in Tom's birth chart. And then I go into more about the effect that it has on his love life because in Tom's birth chart, his Saturn is conjuncting his Venus.